Alright, I'm gonna show you guys how I made I Love You the Most. It's one of my popular songs, and funny enough, I thought it wasn't gonna do well. I almost didn't even release it, but I'm so glad I did because it did pretty well on Spotify, thank God. Okay. So, for this song, I just was playing one day on piano. We got this new keyboard and I was in love with it, so I was just playing around. I was just playing, and I was in this key, and I was like, I just started that, and I wanted it to walk down the scale, and I was like, ooh, I like that a lot, so I started playing this. And I was like, I just started singing to myself randomly. I was just like, I can't take you out to the fanciest bar. And I was like, ooh, that's cool. I like that. So I kind of went with that. I went with that subject of like, you know, a guy who wants to really be there for his girlfriend or whoever, but he just doesn't have the resources yet. But all he has is, you know, being there for her. Like, he'd make you laugh in his old beat up car, and that really hit me at that point, because that's how I felt at that point in my life, where I was like, I don't have too much. I'm trying to make it in music, and that was all I had. And you know, so it was a very personal song that I wrote. It was just one stanza, and I feel like it said so much, but so I just kept going with it. Before I knew it, the lyrics were written. I think I wrote the lyrics in like, oh, my sister. I think I wrote the lyrics in probably, I don't know, 10 minutes. It just like poured out. It was so weird. Yeah, and so those are the lyrics, and then I started recording. Here's the session. And so what I did, first thing I did is I recorded the piano. Right out of the keyboard. I didn't do any MIDI, so I did this. I recorded the right hand one way. And then in the separate track, I recorded the chords. Put it together. Lay down the vocals. Oh, let me get that for you.
I can't take you out to the fanciest bar, but I'll make you laugh in my own beat up car. And if you get anxious, I'll bring you in close, saying I don't have too much, but.
And then when I said I love you the most, I knew I wanted it to be like an orchestra just came in, like super emotional. So what I did is I added some strings on top of that. So we have the piano, and I added this cello, and I added another layer for more strings, some violins, even more violins, and I love that. I thought that was so fun. Me sitting at my desk, bawling. And it sounded so good with this vocal, I love you the most.
I love you the most. I love you the most.
But I wanted something else to come in over those vocals, so what I did is I recorded another layer of my vocals.
I love you the most.
So that's in the right speaker.
I love you the most.
And that's over in the left speaker, so it sounds like more voices.
I love you the most.
Sounds pretty good, but I was like, there needs to be one more thing. So what I did is I added a very high-pitched vocal. I recorded another vocal and I pitched it up.
I love you the most. I love you the most.
And all together, that just sounded.
I love you the most. I love you the most.
Oh my god.
I love you the most.
Yeah, I'm mad at myself for not wanting to release this, but let's go. And then, okay. Alright, so that's the meat of the song. And then I was like, where do I go from here? It can't just end. What if I just went totally out of left field, and I did like a hip hop beat that just came in. So what I did is I added a bunch of risers like this, and it just built into this drop. And I found this synth right here. I did this synth. And I paired that with these drums and this 808. And 808 is like a deep bass. And I was like, ooh. Woo! So, after the impact and everything, it went into that. So, you have the beautiful strings.
I love you the most.
And man, like, this was so out of left field. I was like, this breaks all the rules for songwriting. Nobody's gonna like this. Who would listen to this? And so that's why I was like, I mean, there's one verse and then it goes to a hip hop song. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Everything you learn in like songwriting school, they tell you not to do this. So I was like, you know, this can just be for me. I can just keep this for myself. But then I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just release it. Why not? People really gravitated towards it. And I don't know if it's because it's so different. It's so out of left field, but it's like, you know, there's still aspects of people's favorite songs in there. I really have no idea why people like it. I love it. And it really shows no matter how weird you think your idea is, just press record. Just record it, release it, and just see what people think. You might be very, very surprised like I was. So yeah, that's I Love You the Most, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next week. I love y'all. Peace. I'll do that better.